social media has given women the upper hand when it comes to relationship, because the requirements are endless, and as a man, most times measuring up to those requirements is an uphill battle, because you see things like you have to have 6 packs, you have to have 6 figures, you have to have 6 inches, you have to have be 6 foot, and it seems vain. It seems like a vanity metrics. Actually, it's a vanity metrics that women latch onto when seeking for an ideal mate or someone who they will spend the rest of their lives with. And that is what is one of the predominant trends that we have when it comes to relationships. And it sounds very funny at first, and it's literally one of those things that has occupied the consciousness of most modern women. And this is not bashing them. It's okay to have your preference or what you like or what you want in a relationship. It's fine, it's good. And the same thing is also applied to men as well. It's okay for men to demand what they want as well. But if you look at it, men have always been very simple: character and respect. As long as she has these two things, it's all good. That's the thing. And she's beautiful or she's fine, that's all good. It has always been a struggle, because social media has made it so amplified in a lot of ways that relationships nowadays seems like you are entering into a job interview. And when you now find yourself in that predicament that seems unending, you begin to wonder and question your life. Are you really being useful as a man? You start asking yourself, or you are just living life. You start asking questions like, are you really putting in the work as it's meant to be? Because the demands always get to points where it's always heightened, and you keep questioning yourself whether you're actually hardworking or not. Even though you might see someone who is a welder and who is actually doing a lot of work and making money, but with the current sexual marketplace, you tend to realize, or dating marketplace, you tend to realize that such a man is always overlooked, because he might not have the other sixes. He might have 6 figures and all that, but he might not have the other requirements for the resume or CV. Once you're an average man, you're cooked. That's what it means. Once you're an average man, you're cooked, because you don't qualify for the criteria that modern women of nowadays demand from men. And it's sad to see that it's becoming something that looks much more transactional and not something that is authentic and unique, or seeking for a man of purpose. Well, instead, it's much more of self-gratification. That's the way I see it every single time, and it pains my heart that most average men, of which I think I'm also a category of most average men, you would always see it every day. You step out, you step out, the women have this egoistic behavior they exhibit, that a man who is even at their level, they feel like they are above the man, that he doesn't have anything to present that can be accepted because it's below par. And that's the struggle as an average man. And you now have to realize that when the average man crosses that threshold and upscales and become a 1% man, he tends to see relationships different, because now it's any woman who is latching onto him or trying to pursue him, he sees the woman as a liability and not an asset, because and he tags everything as a pursuit for provision. That is the way he sees it. Once a woman is latching onto him, once he gets to that point, because he now starts questioning himself, before I got to that point, why in the first place, why didn't you pay attention to me or give me the time of day to get to know me? It's when I've acquired a lot that you see significance in who I am as a person, and it hurts. And that's why those people, men who are in the 1% category, I'm not saying that they don't have people who are ride or die, women who have been by their sides or what, but majority of them have this skepticism when they see a woman who is actually overtly pursuing them, because at the back of their mind they're like, it's because of what I can provide, it's because of my resources, it's because of my money, my wealth. That is why you are giving me all these bubbly vibes. So I wish things will get better. I wish, but with the way social media is, it's a tough ride. And at the end of the day, men will always choose whether to play the game or not to play the game.